Good afternoon, children. Yesterday we began with the play On the Face of It from our textbook Vistas by Susan Hill. We read about a 14-year-old boy, Derek, who went stealthily into Mr. Lamb's garden, who is having a large house to live in but lives in isolation and alienation. Derek feels that because of his ugly face, everybody is afraid to talk to him, but he finds that Mr. Lamb is not afraid of him. Mr. Lamb feels that each and everyone is having fault or weakness in himself or herself, and that is not to be worried about. Now let's continue. We are on page number 59. So while Derry showed his disinterest in the things that were in the surroundings, Mr. Lamb is trying to make him understand that the world around is so beautiful. Page number 59. Mr. Lamb says, "No." "Aren't you interested?" Derry asked. "You are a boy who came into the garden." "Plenty do. I am interested in anybody, anything. There is nothing God made that doesn't interest me. Look over there, over beside the far wall. What can you see?" "Rubbish," Derry replied. Mr. Lamb asked, "Rubbish? Look, boy, look. What do you see?" "Just grass and stuff, weeds." Weeds are, children, unwanted, undesired plants. "Some call them weeds. If you like them, a weed garden. Then there's fruit and there are flowers and trees and herbs, all sorts. But over there, weeds. I grow weeds there. Why is one green growing plant called a weed and another a flower? Where is the difference? It's all life growing, same as you and me. We are not same. I am old, you are young. You have got a burned face, I have got a tin leg. Not important. You are standing there and I am sitting here. Where is the difference? Why have you got a tin leg? Real one got blown off years back. Lamey lamb, some kids say. Haven't you heard them? You will. Lamey lamb, it fits, it suits like. Doesn't trouble me. But you can put on your trousers and cover it up and no one sees. They don't have to notice and stare. Some do, some don't. They get tired of it in the end. There's plenty of other things to stare at, like my face, like crab apples or weeds or a spider climbing up a silken ladder or my tall sunflowers. Things. It's all relative, Beauty and the Beast. What's that supposed to mean? Derry asked. You tell me. You needn't think they haven't all told me that fairy stories before. It's not what you look like, it's what you are inside. Handsome is as handsome does. Mr. Lamb did not agree with him, children, and Derry thought that he was not interested in his story. To this, Mr. Lamb said that he was interested in each and every creation of God. He pointed out at a wall and asked him what did he see there beyond it, beyond the wall, and Derry replied that there were weeds or unwanted plants. Mr. Lamb explained that there were a number of plants in his garden and there were flowers, trees, and herbs. Some plants were considered good and some were called unwanted plants, like weeds, as I said. It was not because they were different, all of them were green in color. It was all about how people considered them to be herbs or weeds. In reality, they all were same, just like Derry and himself, and Derry did not agree to this. Mr. Lamb told him that there was no difference. He was young and Mr. Lamb was old. He had a burned face and Mr. Lamb had a tin leg. These things were not so important and so they didn't make any difference. Derry asked him the reason behind his tin leg. He replied that it got damaged in an explosion many years ago at the time of war, and kids teased him by calling him Lamey Lamb. And Derry said that he could cover the tin leg with the trousers and so that no one could see. Mr. Lamb said that it did not bother him much as one day people would get tired of teasing him and would start discussing something else. So, children, it shows that he had actually accepted his weakness or his impairment. And once you accept your impairment, your weakness, then you stop feeling negative about it, and you stop like you have a resistance power developed in you. Even if people tease you or pinch you or speak something in relation or in reference to that, it doesn't worry you, it doesn't give you tension. Like Mr. Lamb was tension free, so he was concentrating upon the world around. Beauty loved the monstrous beast for himself, and when she kissed him, he changed into a handsome prince. Only he wouldn't. He would have stayed a monstrous beast. I won't change. In that way, no, you won't. And no one will kiss me, ever. Only my mother. And she kisses me on the other side of my face. And I don't like my mother to kiss me. She does it because she was to. Why should I like that? I don't care if nobody ever kisses me. Mr. Lamb to this says, Ah, but do you care if you never kiss them? What? Derry asked. Girls, pretty girls, long hair, large eyes, people you love? Who would let me? Not one. Mr. Lamb said, Who can tell? I won't ever look different. When I am as old as you, I will look the same. I will still only have half a face. So you will, but the world won't. The world's got a whole face, and the world's there to be looked at. Do you think this is the world, this old garden? When I am here, not the only one, but the world as much as anywhere. Does your leg hurt you? Tin doesn't hurt, boy. When it came off, did it? Certainly. And now, I mean where the tin stops at the top? Now and then, in wet weather, it doesn't signify. Oh, that's something else, they all say. Look at all those people who are in pain and brave and never cry and never complain and don't feel sorry for themselves. I haven't said that. And think of all those people worse off than you. Think you might have been blinded and born deaf, or have to live in a wheelchair, or be daft in your head and dribble. So, students, when Mr. Lamb started to appreciate the things around them, Derry commented that the other things mentioned by Mr. Lamb were things and they were non living. And Mr. Lamb replied that all the things were related to each other, just like beauty is related to the beast. That is beautiful creation, which is related to, that is also related to ugliness. So Derry was confused. Mr. Lamb asked for Derry's opinion, and Derry replied that often he had heard people saying that beauty is not related to one's appearance, rather than inner beauty is our real beauty. Even a handsome man is the one who does something good rather than one who looks good. So he said that once a beautiful girl loved a beast for who he was and kissed him, who turned the beast into a handsome prince. So, children, this is a reference to one of the Panchtantra tales that we have read, and he wouldn't have changed if here Derry says that he would have not changed if she hadn't kissed him. But then he said that he won't change. Mr. Lamb said that Derry was right. In that way, he won't change. But Derry said that no one would kiss him ever because of his face. Even his mother kissed him on the good side of his face, and he did not like this at all. He said that he didn't care even if nobody kissed him. Mr. Lamb asked him that did Derry ever want to kiss someone? Then Derry asked him that what he was talking about. Mr. Lamb said that probably Derry wanted to kiss pretty girls who had long hair and large eyes, or other people whom Derry loved. Derry replied that no one would ever allow him to do so, and Mr. Lamb said that it was unpredictable. It might be possible he gets someone in his life who allows him to kiss him or who loves him, looking at the inner qualities that are present in him. To this, Derry says that he will never look different, and when he will be as old as Mr. Lamb, then also he will have only half a face. Mr. Lamb said that yes, he was right in speaking so that he would be having half a face, But the world was full of so many things to look at, and so he must look at its beauty. Derry questioned him that was the garden the whole world for him. Lamb said that when he was present in the garden, then the world was his garden only. So he then questioned him whether his leg hurt. Lamb replied that tin didn't hurt, it never pained. Derry asked him if he suffered pain when he lost his leg. Lamb said that it pained back. Yes, it was like this only. He then asked him if it pained now, where the artificial leg stuck into the real one. Lamb said that sometimes it pained it wet weather, but it was not that important. Derry said that he could understand what it meant by all this, as he had heard people saying that you should take a lesson from those who suffer in pain and never cry or complain about their problems. Mr. Lamb said that he didn't say so. Derry continued that people told him told him to look at those people who were in worse condition than him, and they told him that he might have become blind, or he would have become deaf or be handicapped and have to remain in the wheelchair. He may even have been born with a mental disorder. Mr. Lamb said that yes, it was true, and Derry also knew so much. To which Derry replies, it won't make my face change. Do you know, one day a woman went by me in the street and I was at a bus stop, and she was with another woman. She looked at me and she said, whispered, only I heard her. She said, look at that. That's a terrible thing. That's a face only a mother could love. So you believe everything you hear then? It was cruel. Maybe not meant as such just something said between them. So children, when Derry gave example of the woman at the bus stop, Mr. Lamb wanted to convey that if he is listening to only negative, then or considering it or whatever was said in front of him as negative, then it would be very difficult for him to live or to have a happiness in his life. So he understands, Mr. Lamb understands that it was cruel on her part to speak like that, but it might be possible they were just sharing their thoughts and they did not want to hurt him. Only I heard it, I heard. And is that the only thing you ever heard anyone say in your life? Oh no, I have heard a lot of things. So now you keep your ears shut. So Mr. Lamb is pointing out that if he hears or understands whatever he listens only negative, then he should keep his ears shut. You are peculiar, you say peculiar things. You ask questions I don't understand. So Derry finds it quite strange. I like to talk, have company, you don't have to answer questions. You don't have to stop here at all. The gates open. So Mr. Lamb is pointing out that he doesn't bound anyone. Everyone is free. Yes, but I have a hive of bees behind those trees over there. Some hear bees and they say bees buzz. But when you listen to bees for a long while, they hum. Hum means sing. I hear them singing my bees. So children, this is the difference. Some consider it as humming and some consider the bees sound to be buzzing. So it's like similar to it. Example is always given to us. The half filled glass and the half empty. So like that it is. So but I like it here. I came in because I liked it when I looked over the wall. If you would have seen me, you would have not have come in. No. No. It would have been trespassing. So trespassing means I would have moved stealthily. I would have not come into the house. Ah, that's not why. I don't like being near people when they stare, when I see them being afraid of me. You could lock yourself up in a room and never leave it. There was a man who did like that. So, children, Derry is made to understand that it is not necessary that all the people that he finds in world they look only at his negative. Derry as is finding only negative or whatever is said about him even in a some other way, that also he considers for himself as negative, and because of that he is getting so conscious of it, and because of this reason only he is feeling so bad about it. So we'll continue later.